This is probably the one thing that you need to get right in your business because everything depends on it. If you don't, you'll probably keep on struggling to get clients and your service will never really take off. It was this combined with a few other key factors that took me from struggling to get by to making over 15 grand a month as a solo chef. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that is, why it works, and if you're a good viewer, stick around to the end because I've got an insight for you that most chefs don't even realize. So what is it? Cook for one type of client. When I started, I tried to cook for everybody and I got terrible leads. Clients who didn't value the service, people who ghosted me, or they just made everything difficult. I was doing family style meals, but I kept on getting single guys that wanted a weekly night meal, no leftovers, and as they were single, they were always out, which meant high cancellations. So let me show you something. This glass is filled with red jelly beans and the occasional pink one. These represent the exact type of client I love cooking for. Busy mums, usually a couple of kids, maybe a doctor mum or a business owner mum, but they're all similar. This one is everyone else. Green for single guys that we spoke about, white for cancer patient, orange for fail safe, blue for macro counters. I enjoy working with some of them, but not all of them. But when I first started, my marketing spoke to everyone. I was unknowingly reaching into this glass and pulling out clients at random, hoping that they would fit. More often than not, I would land someone that I didn't want to work for. One of those single guys or a macro client wanting precise protein splits. It was all over the place. So I changed something. I changed everything. My marketing, my content, my message was all directed to the red jelly bean people. I could reach into this glass anytime and I could get a client that I actually wanted to work with. People that were reliable. It wasn't luck, it was being focused. But when I shifted my message to speak directly to these people, the red jelly beans, something changed. They started to notice. They'd say things like, "It felt like you were talking to me." And the rest, they stopped inquiring. And honestly, I don't miss them. What happens when you speak to one person? You focus on the message and they feel seen. You're not chasing clients anymore, you're attracting them. They come to you already trusting that you understand them. You're not trying to convince them, you're just confirming what they already believe. And you're the right fit for them. You're building your service around that person. And this is where it gets even better. When you know who you're cooking for, you can build your entire service around them. You know what they need, you know what they value, and you know the problems that they face. You can plan your prep days, your portions, your packaging, everything around them. It stops being guesswork and starts becoming a system. Now, you might be thinking, won't that eliminate 70% of the people that might want to use my service? Yeah, it will. And that is the point. We don't want everyone. We want carbon copies of our best client. Because those clients, they're easier to cook for, they stay longer, they're generally happier because the service feels like it was built for them. But here's the part most people miss. When you speak to everyone, you blend in. But when you speak to someone, you stand out. Your content, your website, even your ads start calling out that one person and they notice. They stop scrolling, they think, wait, that's me. Hold up, I'm a red jelly bean person. And you're not just marketing anymore, you're connecting with these people. So here's the bonus. If you've tried running ads and it's been too expensive or it hasn't worked, then really focus on targeting your exact client. Because I looked at Miami and if I put in, I want to service everybody in Miami, there's over 2 million people. But if I narrow it down to parents and then I could put in paleo, keto, FODMAP, and narrow it down even further by knowing their age of the parents. You don't want a 60-year-old parent. You want a 30 to 45-year-old parent that has those children that is time poor. So that way you can narrow down your audience and in the end, in the whole of Miami with a 30k radius, I'll have 40,000 people that will be my ideal client. This makes it cheaper for you to get the attention of these people and ultimately you'll be spending less money on attracting them so you can build your business faster. And if you're unsure on how to attract your ideal client, watch this video next because I'm going to let you know why it's so important to create content that works.